Hey, what's going on, you guys?
Prison. You will not be charged
Hey,
for
what's
this
going on, you
call.
guys?
This call is from
Reginald Woods.
Let's get this
this
thing
call will
started
be
today.
recorded
We got a
and
lot of
subject
stuff
to
we need to talk
monitoring
about.
at any time.
It's gonna be a rough one.
To accept this call, press 5. To block this call, you may begin speaking now.
Yo, what's going on, brother? We are live. We are live.
All right, my man.
Okay, so, go ahead, set it off.
Well, we're going to talk about the mass shootings and the possible responses to it, because one of the things that really concerns me the most is that law tend to use that as an opportunity to villainize, especially people of color. But not only people of color, but everyone who has some type of record, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And so you have people like a Republican out of Arkansas, John Kennedy, a Republican out of Louisiana, Ted Cruz, and Mitch McConnell out of Kentucky. They're notorious for this. They're fear mongers. And so what they do, they take this stuff like this that causes public uproar, and they use that as a battle cry for, hey, let's get tough on crime.
Yeah.
But think about it. Think about it. Use common sense. None of these people had criminal records. All of these guns were purchased legally inside of gun stores just before these acts were committed, including the young man down in South Carolina that shot the churchgoers.
Yeah, that was a while back. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and my thing is this, is that let us not turn this into an opportunity to attack people who have worked hard to rehabilitate themselves and to turn their lives around and deserve another chance. What may need to be done is what they're talking about now, is raising that age from 18 to 21. That makes sense. And while we're at it, let's raise the age of the age for people to be drafted into the Army to 21.
Yeah, versus fresh out of high school.
You know what I'm saying?
Versus fresh out of high school. But to get down to the nitty gritty, right? Like how I feel about everything is the people, the educational system's a crap nowadays. I'm gonna say that. And then the laws is locking up everybody left and right. Remember, United States of America has more people locked up in this country than all around the world put together. So there's that too.
Right.
Then when you got these people that have been uneducated, ran through the system and run out and just dogged out, put back out in the street with little or no resources, family ties, and anything like that, and they're not going out there committing these kind of crazy acts. They're not hurt. I'm gonna talk for everybody, but they're not going out there and doing mass shootings and stuff like that. These people, like you said, they didn't have a criminal record to begin with. And what we touched on before, Hitler, which is so crazy.
Yeah.
One of the first things that he started doing was taking the guns from the people. Matter of fact, I had pulled up a quote. See? Yeah, this is a quote from Adolf Hitler. To conquer a nation, first you must disarm its citizens.
Right.
And that's what's happening right now.
And then Benjamin Franklin also said that anybody that's willing to give up essential liberties for temporary safety deserves neither liberty or safety.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the so-called forefathers of America.
Yep.
And so what we're saying is that this is a cautionary tale. Be alert and be aware that they may be setting you up for the banana in the tailpipe.
Yep.
And that banana in the tailpipe is for you to go in there and willingly give away your Second Amendment right to defend your home. You got to be the biggest fool in the world. You pay taxes every week. People of every color have died and bled on this soil in order for America to be what it is today.
Yeah.
What's the brother? Christmas Addicts. He's credited with being the first person who died in the Revolutionary War, and the brother just so happened to be of African descent.
Wow.
Talk about that patriotism.
Wow.
We were the first one to die in the revolution for America.
Building this country.
We're just as patriotic as you are, except you've come up with a scheme to disarm us
Yep.
That 13th Amendment was such a devilish piece to be added to that Constitution because really you didn't need it. If you were born here, you should be considered as an American. But if you go back legally speaking, the Supreme Court of the United States in Dred Scott versus Sanford, the Supreme Court itself says we've looked over the Constitution line by line and precept by precept, and we just can't see where the forefathers envisioned including the African American in the American Constitution.
Yeah. Yeah. This is facts. And like we had said before, even the laws that we're on now, most of it comes from codes. A lot of it comes from the slave code. It's like pretty much like a copy and paste for real. And
even Jim Crow.
Yeah, Jim Crow. But and this too, right? Now that which is much technology now, and the same technology they use to trap people off and to capture people.
From a federal prison.
Now it's backfiring because now y'all can't hide y'all deception and the things that y'all are doing. Like there's even like when I said the other day, there's even cops out there that YouTube channel showing like how grimy some cops are. And like I'll be straight up with you. I've been robbed by the cops a couple times out there in the streets. And who am I gonna go tell? Who am I gonna go tell? And I went to jail. I didn't go to jail. They took my money or whatever and told me to beat it. Okay, well at least I didn't go to jail. I had to pay a bond, lawyer, this, that, and third, all that. They got it. And they keep doing it. They do that stuff like that all the time in the hood. And then they beat the crap out of us. I mean, it's insane. But like getting back to these shootings and stuff like that, I don't know what's going on in America, bro. Like the tension out here is insane. People, when you even go shopping, when you go anywhere, everybody's kind of on stand, just on tense. Everybody's just so much tension in the air because we're all divided. Go ahead.
Let me cut in right
Go,
there.
go.
Because that was the initial thought that I had for the show. Oppression breeds aggression.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you have a group of people who feel oppressed in one manner or another, that means nobody's safe.
Yep.
Oppression breeds aggression. And so people don't understand that we're living in a police state now.
Yeah.
We militarize our police.
Yeah.
They no longer protect and serve. They are predatory to the neighborhoods that they cruise in. And we have to stop that. When I was growing up, the police knew who we were.
Yeah, exactly.
They knew who your mom and dad was. And so I was not a target. I was not a suspect. I was Reverend Milton Woods. What are you doing down here? Your mama know you down here.
Yeah.
What? Get up down here. You ain't got no business hanging out with you anyway.
That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be.
And that's what a police is supposed to be because it was really designed for property. If somebody steals my car, I call the police, I report the theft, give them the tag number, the color, the make, and the model of the vehicle, and they go track it down and bring it back to me. That's what they were really designed.
Well, no, because we can go deeper on that. But I'm gonna take
the water off of it. Here it is without the water. That's why the brother was cutting.
Yeah.
Slave patrols.
Yeah.
They were designed for slave patrols. Go get my runaway slave and bring him back to me. But in this era, my property is missing. Go get him, bring it back to me. And so another thing we need to look at too with these mass shootings is mental health. Everybody say, "Oh, it's not fair to bring up mental health."
Yes,
no,
you are right.
The facts are, in 1970, you had over 600,000 people being treated for mental health issues in America, and we had far lower population than we have now.
Mm-hmm.
And today, all of those mental institutions are just about closed.
Yeah.
And so what they've done, they've thrown all of these mental health patients either in prison or the county jails or city jails, or they're being completely ignored altogether.
The homeless people on the street too.
But these young tormented men that just did these demon-possessed acts.
Yeah,
and a lot of times they are guys that's not popular in school. They've been picked on and tormented.
Mm-hmm.
And so they go back and they pick these schools as the target of their anger, but it's not these little kids. These kids are innocent. But what he's targeting is the pain and the hurt and the abuse that he suffered inside the school system. And so the school system becomes his target, and he takes it out on everyone in sight because side. Hurt people hurt people.
Yo. Wow. Yo, you broke it down, bro. You broke it all the way down on that.
It is fair to talk about mental health, and we need to get back to talking about it because there are a lot of people out there on the street that are sick and they need help.
Yeah.
This call is from a federal prison.
He's
And
speaking
they're not
facts.
getting it.
And then you know it's so crazy too. Like I actually shut down. Well, I didn't shut it down, but I had did some a job on a ministry, one of the biggest ones here in Georgia, and you know just thinking about that as a whole, you know, a lot of people don't get the help that they need. A lot of people go undiagnosed. A lot of people don't, especially us men, we don't know how to go and ask for help. And some of us that do reach out for help, we don't get it. We don't get it.
Guess who else gets dogged out? Our military.
Oh yes. Yeah.
They come home and they don't get the mental health treatment that they need. War, man. And I got partners, man. I ain't gonna call no names.
Yeah.
But I got partners, man, that went over to see to come home, man, and they wasn't the same. And I'm talking about a chair or something fall over, and the man could be sleeping, he jump up, land on his feet in a fighting position.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because in his mind, he's still smelling death.
Yep.
Because he's been over there fighting in them wars and stuff. And then you send this man home, and you expect for him to come home and just be normal. No, you train him to be a killer.
Yeah. Yeah. That's facts. And he ain't lying about that. Like the veterans, man, the people that serve and stuff like that, a lot of them have a hard time. But they have, this was so crazy. Cause I know a couple people that deal with this stuff. They have a whole bunch of benefits for veterans or anybody who served, but it's so hard to get to it. You have to jump through so many loopholes to get to help.
It's the red tape. They're dogging them out, man. I got a personal friend of mine right now getting dogged out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm gonna speak in general terms. And this person is very affluent, and the family, because they have a lot of wealth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this family member came home from the military, messed up, and they really not helping this person. You know what I'm saying? They dogging this person out for money. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the military is failing this specific individual as well. This specific individual got taken hostage in Afghanistan and held behind enemy lines for over a year. You know, he's tortured and all this
Oh my
stuff.
God.
And so this person is not getting the help that they need. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of other veterans going through much worse and other things, and maybe some things that not as worse, but they still need help too. And we are not living up to our responsibility as Americans, and that's why this mass shooting craze is going on, because nobody wants to be responsible. We just want to sit back and watch the news.
Yep.
Point our fingers.
Yep. That's what everybody does, man. That's what everybody. That's what. Yep.
Popcorn.
Instead of getting out there and getting active and making some change in the community, do it together. We got to.
And last but not least, man, to the OGs out there, man, if you done live that life, man, don't be afraid of them youngsters out there, man.
Talk to them.
Got to pull them
Yeah, talk to them.
man.
I do. When I get a chance to.
Quick shop, ask them how they doing, man. Talk to them.
Yeah, word.
You know what I mean? And if they doing something wrong, man, try to let them know, you know, the right way to do it.
Put them in the direction, man.
You the only one that can talk to them. And a lot of times they really want to know. They want an OG.
Yeah.
Pull down on them and say, look, youngster, let me
this how you do it. Yeah. This how you do it right here. And like,
and that'll keep a lot of that violence, you know, that black on black violence, man, with our kids. And they don't realize that that's a self-respect thing. But people don't realize.
Yeah, man.
How many times have you heard that a black man ain't what? S-H-I-T.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And see, we got a lot of negative talk that go on in our community about black men. And so them little boys listening to that. And so now you got it in their mind that every N-I-G-T-A ain't nothing.
Yeah.
And he ain't nothing, and he ain't gonna never grow up to be nothing. And so guess what? In his mind, when he picked that gun up, every black man that looked like him
is a damn target for real. Yeah.
Because he don't value himself. And because he don't value himself, nobody else's life means anything to him. And that's why they shooting in broad daylight now, because nobody's taking the time to pull them youngsters up
talk to them,
and show
man.
them some love, man. And then not only that, man, hey, take the time to share with them, man. If they ain't got nothing, man, ask them if they need anything, man.
Yeah, that makes a world of difference, bro. That makes a world of difference.
But man, I got to go this thing beeping, man. But look here, we talking about the mass shooting, man, and go on and wrap this thing up for me, man.
All right, you guys. So Reggie, when you can, man, just give me a call back, man. We'll finish this thing on up, man. And thank you for being on.
nephew. I try to hit you back, man.
All right, man. Peace.
Bet.
So you heard the man. He said a mouthful. It's kind of hard to top that, but it's crazy how things are going. We got to come together. Point blank. Period. Got to come together. Like you said, everybody's sitting in their house doing their thing. Ain't nobody really trying to get out here in the communities and do things. You know, even you ain't gotta go out there and go holler at people on the street. You got relatives. You got to just talk to them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a couple dudes, that youngsters that they I ain't gonna put their name out there and stuff like that, that I kind of took under my wing a while back. And shoot, they come back to me like, hey bro, man, thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, because I was gonna do something stupid. And you we gotta do something, man. We gotta do something. And I was looking online earlier, seeing that this one kid, oh man, I can't remember his name. He gets killed in police custody. It was due to a medical complication. The friend gets upset. He goes to the police station, shoots up the police station because he felt like they wasn't doing anything. And there's gonna be more crazy stuff like that. But the thing with these people that don't have a record or not doing anything, you know, it's not a lot of, but they have mental issues. They're going and doing crazy stuff, and it's making us, the guys that have been in prison and gotten out, have changed a lot of doing things, makes us look back, and the ones that's in prison still trying to get out, and they're gonna just mess up all the laws and just pretty much put more restrictions. Because even now, like in 2018, they did away with the Freedom of Information Act. This is how they used to trick us, right? So I took the deal. when you enter into a plea, right? At the time, they wouldn't give you access to your information concerning your case. So if you have in your discovery evidence that could prove your innocence and show pretty much it's BS or whatever the case may be, when you sign that plea, you give up all your rights of Freedom of Information Act. So you can't look up anything that has anything to do with your case after that because you plead to it. In 2018, they deemed that was unconstitutional, and they're not doing that no more. And then they started seeing that all the district attorneys are doing that. They would just run in there with a plea, talk about how much time they're going to get if they don't plea out. And a lot of the guys aren't guilty of what they did. They might have did something small over here, but they getting all these big boy charges just because they know somebody or something like that. And it's insane. Guilty by association. You know, and just like in this old slave codes, you go back to the old slave codes, like Black people can't join up in groups and stuff like that. And they using RICO Act on a group of kids in the neighborhood. But like with these kids, man, I was on Facebook the other day, I seen these kids with a whole bunch of bag of guns in a gym. Like, yo, what the hell are y'all doing? And everybody's so scared of these kids. They were in your household once. How can y'all let it get to the point where you have no control over your own child? What? And then one girl, she embarrassed her daughters and stuff. Like went in the bathroom and started telling her daughters they're hoes and all type of stuff. I'm like, y'all are losing y'all mind. What is? Go back 20 years and try to show some of this stuff now. Y'all be like, man, no way that's gonna be like how it's gonna be in the future. Now think 20 years from this very moment right here. It's insane. It's insane. So I'm gonna end with that. We got the fest coming up this July, beginning of July. It's going to be a lot of speakers there. We're still trying to get a lot of things organized. Man, I implore you guys, if you're in Atlanta or in the Atlanta area, if you're in Alabama, if you're in Tennessee, if you're close by, a couple hours away, man, come show your support. It's going to be a non-violent protest, and really not protest. We can just be out there speaking about a lot of things. It's going to be food, drinks, all the good stuff, probably some music and things like that. But we're just going to speak on the topics that's going on today and how we could bring some peace to the people and power, you know. So with that, this has been Injustice in America. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.